I would say push yourself harder in the beginning 1 month. So I started studying like 11 to 13 hours a day. It was
Wow.
difficult, but I had to. And end में जब मेरा last का 1-2 महीना बचा था, I started sleeping for 8 hours a day because I wanted to keep myself fresh for the exams. If you have a
Right.
good sleep, then your mind works very well. So I mean, push yourself hard in the beginning so that it pains less in the later phase.
Hello, everyone. Welcome you all to India's CA Community Podcast, which aims to resolve all queries and guides all students and professionals in their life ahead. With the great minds of CA fraternity, that is the CA Talk Show, an initiative taken up by RVG Educational Foundation. Today, we have a candidate who became very well known in CA industry at recent times at very early age for the great value she added to the profession. I would like to dedicate some words for her. A time when people of her age joined the parties to engage, she chose to take a different path, breaking the stereotypes cage. Her achievement has got engraved into nation's record page, achieving the next to impossible challenge at such tender age. She believes that there is fun only when we get onto the number one. She turned her belief into and secured AIR1. Society has praised her with tons of tons. So she is with us here to give great messages to you all. She is none other than CA Nandini Agarwal. So hi Nandini.
Hi, thanks to entire RBT team for having me today and giving me this opportunity to share my experiences, which could be of use to other students and CAs.
Thank you so much Nandini. So everyone, you might be knowing CA Nandini, but let me add some points about CA Nandini too. Before diving deeper, Nandini hails from Morena, Madhya Pradesh, and qualified as youngest child accountant in July 2021 with AIR1 at the age 19. With this, she has been recognized by Indian Book of Records as National Record Breaker. And during her CA journey, she bestowed with individual and team players from PwC. She also got awarded with badminton gold medalist during her CA journey, marking her stepping stone to success. She was also a public speaker at MCS batch, and she has become inspiration to all women, which landed her with great awards with like International Women Award by Women and Child Development Morena. So, hi Nandini, I Yashwant Jain, host of today's podcast, want to express my heartfelt gratitude to you for accepting our invitation. We are extremely delighted to have you on the podcast series of CA Talk Show.
Thanks, Ashwin, for having me. It's my pleasure too.
Thank you. So, when I heard about you and your achievements, I was waiting to know from you when the word CA popped up in your mind and how the thought process has molded into such strong decision at such an age.
Yeah, sure. So it started from my mother having the dream that me and my brother should become CA. So I belong to a family wherein my grandfather has done LLB. My father is a tax practitioner. So like from the childhood only, it was ingrained into a mind that we should become CA. But you know when the time came to actually select the subjects, so after 10th I was not interested in physics, bio or chemistry, but I loved math and I was exploring like what are the different fields in which I can go and make my future. So at the time, you would have heard that there was a point of time wherein the entire IIT field, the medical field, they became saturated, and
Yes.
there was more finance professionals. So I choose my subject at that point of time. So I decided to go for commerce plus maths. I was like, let's explore something new, and I was very inclined towards maths, and I chose that. And when I was exploring different fields in commerce, CA is something that really touched my mind, and I felt that if you're a CA, if you have done CA course, it opens plethora of opportunities for you. I mean, we all know there are several courses CA, CS, CMA, but the one who has read all the courses CA, CS, and CMA, he would also acknowledge that CA is a bunch of all these courses. Like we are made to learn everything in depth, whether it's law, whether it's cost, or whether it's accountancy. So I felt that it's a great course to learn from, and also ICI has designed this course in so comprehensive manner. So this made me to go for CA, to go for Commerce plus Maths.
That's great, Nandini. It's very good to listen from you that CA as a profession, the interest of your math and towards commerce was immensely great. Moving forward, as we all adore knowing about your journey from CA entrance to CA final. How did you handle your articleship along with CA final studies along and manage to bag AIR 1 at age of 19, which is very great achievement.
That's a very good question, and I think articleship is that phase of the entire CA journey where the student learns the most and struggles the most. So when I started my articleship, from the day of starting of my articleship, I started making my strategy how to go for CA finals. So first thing, you have to be proactive. So you have to like set small milestones. Let's say in 3 months you want to complete one subject. In next 3 months you may complete another subject. This is how you should plan for your studies. Take a paper, just put the dates. Okay, this is after 3 months. So my articleship started in October 18th. So what I did, I decided that okay, till December 18th, the subject should be ideally completed. Till May 19th, this should be completed. So first thing is decide the whole strategy on paper. And as we know, things don't go the way we wanted them to. So there should always be a question. Okay, what if nahi hua? What if office में काम ज़्यादा हुआ हम नहीं पढ़ पा रहे हैं, which is the situation that happened with me as well. So first thing is being proactive. Second is time management. So during articleship, we always have some phases like December जब काम नहीं होता है, and कभी-कभार normally भी office में काम नहीं होता है. So we can take out some time for our classes, for our revision. I used to do that, and I had that thing in my mind. Okay, that's how I'm going to manage my time. Over the weekend also, we have like 4 weekends in 1 month. So we can plan to enjoy over 2 weekends and we can plan to study over the other 2 weekends. And third thing is consistency. So one of my senior told me that even if you're working for 8 to 10 hours a day, just sneak out 20 to 25 minutes for reading out like anything what you have studied in your classes. या फिर normally भी कुछ revision के लिए. I mean, don't let that habit go. But once you have a habit कि रोज 20 से 25 मिनट पढ़ना है, then आपका automatically वो दिमाग काम करने लगेगा, वो focus हो जाएगा वो 20 से 25 मिनट के लिए. The biggest challenge that I faced after articleship was CA intermediate में हमको 5 से 6 घंटे पढ़ने की आदत होती थी, but articleship के बाद वो आदत आ चुकी थी. So you have to really push yourself hard कि कैसे 10 से 11 घंटे पढ़े. So I think the beginning phase, like हमको 4 to 5 months का leave मिलता है. I would say push yourself harder in the beginning 1 month. So I started studying like 11 to 13 hours a day. It was difficult, but I had to. And end में जब मेरा last का 1-2 महीना बचा था, I started sleeping for 8 hours a day because I wanted to keep myself fresh for the exams. If you have a good sleep, then your mind works very well. So I mean, push yourself hard in the beginning so that it pains less in the later phase.
That's great, Nandini. So, along with studies, you have managed to keep yourself active by sleeping for 8 hours and along with playing some games. That's great of you. That's very great because in the journey where people were doing their college, you have experienced both work environment as well as study. You have able to manage study pressure. That's great of you. And so we have heard that you are doing job in BCG. So I would like to know how did you get into BCG? So could you please give some brief about your role in the BCG? So
Sure.
along with that, how does CA adds value to that role you are currently playing?
So first step to go into BCG or any of the big threes is getting your CV shortlisted. So you have to be really focused and have to be really cautious when you are making your CV. I have seen many people who have good credentials, but if you don't put it in a way on your CV that it catches the eyes of the recruiter, then it's of no use. So the first and foremost step is to make a robust CV so that it catches the eyes of recruiter. Secondly,
That's
regarding the current role at BCG. So I am a management consultant at BCG. So under the management consultancy, you can get a strategy project or you can get an operations project. Basically, one is making the business strategy for your client, and second is helping the client in implementing it. So till now, I have worked at 2 strategy projects. One was like making a growth strategy for the existing business, and second was around making a market entry strategy. So the client wants to enter into new business, and we have to make a strategy how to go about. So this is the kind of work that I do at BCG. And currently, like third project is somewhat mix of strategy and implementation. Now, how CA helped me at BCG? So I think during CA specifically, I would say your article shifting. Like to be very honest, whatever you study in CA, it would help you in consultancy if you're working for a FS client, any like a banking sector, or you're working for any IB company. But let's say you got a client in automotive industry. In that case, actually your CA knowledge will not help you much, except the way that except the fact that when you would be making a business case for the company, like actually figuring out whether the project is financially feasible, then your financial skills would be helpful to you. Otherwise, the theoretical knowledge will not be of much use. Secondly, your articleship experience can actually help you. So let's say if you've done articleship from Big Four, or you have done
Yes.
industrial training, you are exposed to that corporate culture, specifically if it is a MNC culture, then it's going to help you a lot in BCG. Because as a consultant at BCG, you're expected to have certain skills while interacting with the client, while interacting with your team, while interacting with your partners.
Yes.
These skills actually help you a lot. And if you have focused upon them during your CA journey, then I think it's going to be quite easy for you.
Very nicely very nicely said. As CA might not help in complete way, but some parts, the corporate environment helps you reach better, and if you the experience also matters. I have got another question. So how see you have did your articleship in audit profile, and you have switched it to the business strategist post CA. So how does that play? How did you come to conclusion of switching that profile? Because ICI provides industrial training as an option in articleship so that you can get exposure. So was it predetermined or post decision?
Honestly, I didn't actually had a strong desire for industrial training. Reason being because I knew at that point of time, if I become CA in first attempt, then I can be the youngest CA of India. And if I got a rank, then I can get the title of youngest CA with rank of India. So I decided that I'm not going to take any risk with my attempt, and I decided that I won't go for industrial training. But honestly, if that would have been the reason, then maybe I would have gone for industrial training because it's really useful. And talking about switching from audit to consulting, so I decided that even before I became CA. So I think after the second year of my articleship, I decided that I couldn't continue in audit, and it's very personal reason to me. Like everyone has different choices. I wanted to explore something new. I was like, okay, I know what happens in audit, and I want to explore something new so that I can know what's the best for me. I think the best way to decide the future path, career path for you is to try everything, not everything, but at least like two three things, like trying the finance
Exactly.
field, consulting, IB, so that you know, okay, with which field you are most comfortable with, and the which field you are enjoying the most. So that was my one of the reason that why I decided to switch from audit to consulting. And when I decided that I can't do audit, I was not certain that I would go for consulting. But after becoming CA, when I was exploring the industry option, consulting option, so consulting seems interesting to me because you can get different clients, you interact with different people. And
Yes.
personally, I love interacting with different people, meeting new people, exploring different work cultures, and working with diversified teams. So that was my reason for switching to consulting.
It was great, Nandini. Experience matters. It is about experience, where you experience more profiles and get to know what field you are interested in, and accordingly you can go in for that. But just because there are a lot of people who have did their experience in some field in which they didn't like, how should they overcome? Should they go with the flow, or should they switch?
So if you're not liking the experience, then definitely you should start exploring the new options. And once you get the right opportunity, you think, okay, this is something I want to do, then you should switch. I mean, like being sad about your current job, or being regretful for what you have already done is not going to add anything to it. So it's better
Yes.
that you start exploring new options, search actively over LinkedIn, what are the new job openings, talk to your friends, and rack your network where you can get a best opportunities, and just go for it.
That's great. Exploring options is the idea that has been suggested by Nandini, and it's very good. So I would like to know, Nandini, what kind of terms and conditions would be required for a candidate if he wants to go into the firms like BCG and other competitive firms?
Okay, so BCG or other for the other big three firms. So I think first thing to look for is the academic record. So let's say if you have a rank, you have been topper throughout your academic journey. That's one thing that's going to give you some level of advantage. Second, if you have an industrial training, then that's a brownie point for them. And if
Yes.
it's an IBP, then that definitely you will get preference. And third is your extracurriculars. So let's say you have won any badminton championship, you have played at the national level or at the district level, then you can also get some advantage. I mean, to look for a personality who is diverse, who can work in diverse environment, and whose experience is not just limited to books
Yes.
or only to working. So they want a someone who is mix of all these skills.
There is saying jack of all trades is master of none, but you are jack of all trades, also master of all. That's a very great thing. You are a topper as well as badminton specialist. It is nice to hear from your side. So moving forward, I would like to know, sometimes because you have achieved such a great achievement in such an early age. Sometimes in life, there is the elders says that we have to take strong decisions, worthy more than our capabilities. So you are a good example in front of us. So how would you advise a person about this?
So I think biggest thing is to have faith on yourself. So I mean the age limits, etc. These have been made like few years, few decades back. But if you look at the history, the leaders like Maharana Pratap, Rani Lakshmi Bai, they have done such a great things at the age of 13 or 14. Like there were no
Right.
restrictions on the age at that point of time, and also people were not thinking so कि अगर उनका बच्चा 12 या 13 साल का है तो वो कुछ कर नहीं सकता.
Yeah.
अभी कुछ लिमिट्स बना दी गई है कि you are 18 then only you can do this. You should have a minimum age of 21 then only you can do this. And this mind starts functioning in that way. Since I have been studying with the people who are 2 years elder to me, my mind functions in that way. So firstly, don't limit yourself to age or to any other restriction that the society has. Second is to have faith. So it's not always about okay, you think that okay, I will do it. I will do something which others are not doing, or I will do something which is extraordinary. It's important to have faith. Okay, I have decided to do it. I can do it. You have to say it yourself every day, and not just having faith, but also working on it every day. As the time passes away, you should start feeling that. Sometimes
Yes.
we are so much involved in doing the hard work that we forget to feel the moment. So let's say I have
Yeah.
a goal of I want to get a rank in CA finance. So, and you gave your exams were good. So, in your inner self, somewhere you would be feeling that okay, my result would be good. I would do that. I would do this or that. We all see the dream. But the fact is, you should see the rational dreams for which you have worked. So I think the end conclusion for me was like have faith on yourself. Don't think that आपका age कम है या फिर any of the qualities you don't have the resources. That's why you can't do it. Because I am from such a small town. Like we don't have even a like a branch at our home at our hometown. But still, if you have the will, then there is always a way.
Yes, that's great, Nandini, from your end. So having faith on ourselves and strongly believing in ourselves is like law of attraction, right? So law of attraction works if you push yourself up beyond the limits. So it is very nice from your end. So people in not just from CA community, but all other profession too, people should have faith in themselves so that they can grow beyond the limits they have been pushed upon. So one more point we have is, as everyone knows, you and your brother Sachin have bagged the CA final together. I would like to know how your brother sister duo worked in achieving the success together.
I would say it's one of the great enabler to whatever we have achieved till now. Me achieving rank, him achieving rank. Because I mean, in your entire life, you always need someone to support you. You need a study partner. You need a partner to play. You need a partner with which you can share the things what's happening in day to day life. So there
Yes.
has been like several points, several moments in our life where he was low or I was low, and we were there to support each other. So just giving an example, during CA finals, I was not well. So जुलाई में मेरा एग्जाम था and जून में My BP was like below 100. I was not doing well. My energy level was very low, and I was quite depressed. How would my exams go? I've studied a lot and pura hard work. I don't know whether it would go unrewarded. Then he was there to support me, explain it to me. सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा होगा. वो जो हम बोलते हैं ना कि तूफान से आने के पहले की शांति होती है and all that. He used to give
Yes.
me all that कि everything would be fine, tension मत ले. And result आने से पहले भी when we both are 10, then we used to support each other. Okay, सब कुछ अच्छा होगा. अरे rank आएगा, ये आएगा, वो आएगा. So I think हमेशा ही it's not there is not even a single moment that I can tell you. Like, it has been like throughout. It has been consistent. अभी भी कुछ भी अगर थोड़ा कुछ होता है लाइफ में, something is not going good with us or for us, whether it's in office or whether it's in personal front. So we are always there to give pep talks to each other, and we always need pep talks at some point of life.
Wow.
At some point, right? Even
Very
YouTube पर
nice.
संदीप भाई जाते हैं, हम फिर बीके शिवानी जी की वीडियो देखते हैं. हम क्यों देखते हैं? Because
Right.
we want some motivation with us,
Exactly.
and if
Barabar.
that motivation in your home, then it's the best thing that you can have.
Barabar. So yeah, being supportive, having supportive ones beside adds more value to the achievement. And you are very, I can say that you are very blessed to have such brother beside you, and having the same, having being in the same field, so that he can understand very much better than other people. So you are, that's very great success story of your brother and sister you approach. And I hope this works with other people, because they might not be brothers and sisters, but the friends, people with right friends can achieve very enormous results, because supportive is a characteristic that is being required for any person at any point of life. So one more question. So you have see the as recent in recent times, CA ICI has declared CA final results. So there might be there are very pressures in the industry. So there most of those have difficulty in deciding how to decide their career path. So what do you like? What do you want to advise to those people in such a case?
So as I said, in order to decide what's good for you, it's better to try each of them. But again, like, you have to prioritize. So since your exams have been cleared, you would have something upon your mind before becoming CA. Like, this is X things you want to do once you become CA or when the result comes. So if you're getting a good offer in industry, and industry is something that inclines you towards it, then you can go for it. I mean, there is no harm, right? If you like the industry and
Right.
this was something like dream job, don't go for consulting because others are going for it. Go
Yes.
through the process, understand from your seniors what it is about, whether you want to live such kind of life, and whether it really interests you. And
Yes.
same is for IB or PE. Like IB, PE, where there's huge work pressure, but some people do it as a passion. If you want to do it as a passion, then go for it. I mean, the salary, the work-life balance, these are secondary. But if you have passion for it and you enjoy doing it, I mean, just go for it. And if you are a person who is really unable to understand कि क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है,
Barabar.
then firstly understand what happens in industry, what happens in IB or PE, what happens in consultancy. Make a list of pros and cons of each of them, then rationally decide. And अगर उसके बाद भी दो आंसर्स निकल के आते हैं, तो I would just say, like, spin a coin or ask your brother, sister, or anyone senior near you, like, what should you do?
Like mentor.
Yeah.
Yes. People can prepare some summary chart, like bulletin points, where the all thoughts, mixed thoughts can be in the form of writings, so they can clearly choose a goal. So that's very nice of you. And the tossing wala coin is very right point, because sometimes there is only two options. Tossing coin works better, and sometimes we need to go with the flow. One after some time it will definitely, sometimes there is saying जो भी होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है. That's kind of thing that works. That's great of you, Nandini.
When it's happening, we don't get that.
Exactly. Patience and consistency that always does play the role in anyone's life. Sometimes we feel that the path in which we are traveling is not for us, but we never know what has been planned, right? So that's one of the great thing. Moreover, I have also heard you are gold medalist in badminton conducted during your CA journey. So I would like to know how sports has played a role in your CA studies and CA curriculum throughout the CA journey.
So when I was preparing for CA intermediate, so I was like completely locked in my home for 9 months. So me and my brother used to play badminton for like 30 minutes or 1 hour every day near like 5 p.m. So as to freshen up. And I think that was the time when I brushed up my badminton skills. And after like when I entered my articleship in October 18, so December 18 May we have a PWC sports competition, PWC sports day, and I participated in badminton. So at there, I think I was able to utilize or I was able to record my badminton skills there. And I mean, you should play for fun. It's not just
Yeah.
for winning. I was playing for fun. It was a mixed double match of badminton, and yeah, and I got a gold medal there. So importance of sports is like I am a very fitness freak person, so I love dancing. So till
Okay,
like
nice.
I've also joined Cult Fit, and I also like to play if I get someone with me who can play. Like currently, I am not able to do that because I have to go to office. I am not able to make out time, and also I have like moved from my home location, so arranging the whole playing thing is a bit difficult. But yeah, like sports, fitness, they play a huge role in my life because it keeps you fresh and it makes you feel better in yourself. I mean, as a person, I feel like when I am fit, when I'm looking good, then I feel more confident. And looking good doesn't mean your outlook, but how you feel from inside, in
Yes.
terms of your fitness, in terms of your confidence. I think
Right.
these are the best traits that you can have for a better personality.
That's one of the great things, because there is rightly said this sports acts as, refreshing kind of thing. When sports acts as energy drink for the people who are doing other things. So that's great of you, Nandini. You are a sport person along with you are good scholar. That's a great thing that we got to know about being a champion in badminton as well as dancing, other activities. Sometimes we have to take out time for ourselves because it refreshes too. And moving forward, I would like to know, what do you think made you different from those of your age?
I mean, other than age, there is nothing actually different between me and other persons who are at the same level. Like same level, I mean, who are there, who have cleared with my attempt or with whom I have studied throughout my life. I think that the reason I was able to do that is I have never considered myself different from others.
Okay.
So it's like if I am studying with someone, I feel that we both have same level of knowledge. We both have same capabilities. We both have same intellect, and if he can do it, I can also do it. So I think best way to go about was like considering yourself not different than others.
That's one unique thing. Going with the flow and staying the same. If you are being yourself, then you can not just achieve, but you can enjoy the moment too. That's one of the most important thing that any person at any point of life is a plays a good role. Thank you, Nandini. On behalf of CA Talk Show, I want to extend a really heartful vote of thanks to our chief guest, CA Nandini Agarwal, who spared time from her busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear her thoughts, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future events. Thank you so much, Nandini, for coming here and giving some good messages for the CA fraternity. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ashwin, and the entire RBG team for having me.